What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another stream. Today, guess what I'm on? I'm finally on my PC streaming. Yes, I'm so happy. I'm finally on my PC streaming the school. Basically, so what I'm basically gonna just do is literally all I'm gonna do is just yeah, so so happy, and yeah. So I'm probably what I'm literally gonna do is all I'm gonna do is just play some Fortnite. Most likely. I'm so happy. Finally on my PC. Yeah. It's gonna be sick. Let me just try. Let me just look at something. Please, I really don't want it to be laggy, because if it's too laggy, I'm gonna have to end the stream. I really don't want to end the stream videos. What? Wait, oh, hey? Is it not? Is it laggy? It's not even laggy. Thank you for the one person in the stream. Really appreciate it. So, what we're gonna do? Do you wanna watch the World Cup, or should we do some duos? Or solos if it's actually. Oh my god, this is the laggiest thing I've ever done. Well then, Fortnite. Jesus. Oh. Right. Anyway, we'll watch the World Cup. There we go. Eventually. Gonna play.
I want to thank you for this and everything. You made me happy. What do you think of your first trip out here?
It's nice.
Tell you what, I'm gonna play some Fortnite. Just to make sure that's completely fine, it's not that laggy. What you call it? What we call it? That thing, what you call it? Yeah, creative. My god, Fortnite, so laggy, and I think it just crashed. Why is it so laggy? Holy, it's so laggy. Oh, right. So basically, what I'm literally all I'm gonna do is just show him building stuff, and yeah, that's basically it. What? What the heck? What even is this? No. Chat box. But yeah, this is perfectly fine. View account A. I mean, we don't have any people, but should do. Hopefully. I really want to add a sub count, but I'm just. I need 200 ping. Excuse me. 50 ping? It's okay, I guess. My god. The hell, Fortnite. I can't believe it's actually working. Like, this is amazing. I'm actually streaming. Oh shit. So what do you want to see? Oh my god. I'm just gonna mute my mic. Yeah, I'm still gonna play. I'm just with my friend. I am back. What's good? Let's go. What's the delay on? I might change the delay from delay. How much is the delay? Stream delay. Gonna turn it down just a little. I might put it like 15 seconds. Ooh. Let's see what 15 seconds is. Sorry for the thing. Can't really do that too much. Insta. Oh shit. No, photo. I'll just like okay. Okay. Let me do it again. Read something. What's up to the person in stream? Really appreciate it. Done. I'm back. What's good? Change it to 10. I really don't like the delay because it was good to people. Really appreciate it. Is it video? No, it's hot. I know it's advanced. Yep, put it at 10. we'll go and do some publics now. Ooh. Where are we going to drop first in? Where are we going to drop first in? Let's drop. Pleasant. Oh God, this is frames, please. 3 frames, 2 frames. What? Oh God. Nice thing. Jesus. Yeah. Sick, man. Can't even play. Can't even drink a mini shield. Pistol gang. Pistol gang for life. Oh no. Gang, the best gang ever. Pistol gang. No, this is like it's a lost game because just it obviously is, but oh well. like that already. Jesus, stop. I'm gonna put my friends on to 120. Possibly get some better guns than just a shotgun. Ooh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. Oh, pistol. Whew. You kidding me? That's kill. Yeah. Got that kill in the bag. Right, the plan is smoother for. Oh, now we can have me. Maybe we can get some. Oh my god. Rockets would be nice. Oh, here's somebody. Rocket launchers, let's reload it. Can this be the first gear and first win of the stream? Possibly. Not cool, possibly. Ah, I mean, it's gonna at least hit them. Not for like possibly not all their health. Oh! Also, the circle. There's ice. Not the best place to go. Circle. Doing well this game. 3 kills. Pretty decent, if you ask me. Doing quite well. It's a little laggy, but it's fine. Usually get lag. other sort of healable other than one. Maybe we can, if we can't, sniper would be good. I don't think I really need materials, but oh shit! Oh crap! Shield. Shield's gone. Health. He's so weak. He's so weak. I'm so lucky I'm still alive. That's not stop at 2 ticks. I'm in the stop for 3 seconds I'm dead. Or 4. Because, yeah, no, 3. Ball pitch. Let's see if we can maybe get some healables. No, oh well. This is decent game. Yep. What? This kid has 11 kills! Jesus, is this kid like a rare skin or something? I did have enough materials. Oh my god, this kid has 11 kills. Jesus. Oh my god, this kid looks like this kid looks like a sweating off. Anyway, GG's. Let's just respect it. Then a person. Oh god. Decent. I'll be back in a second. Popping off. I'm just watching because I've got delay on my screen. I'm trying to look the kill, but I'm time in front of you. So for me, you've got 14 kills using the 14. It's a 1v1 at the moment. Look at this! He's just spraying with a scar, but you're mad. Kid, nah. I don't know if it doesn't look actually that good. Could be and could. Anyway, it could be a hacker. Just saying that. God. Kill him. Come on, other dude, kill him. Kid, he was 14 kills. Kill him. Come on. Let's go, Keymaster. Let's go, Keymaster. Let's go, Keymaster. Wonder what's gonna happen because oh my god, what is this kid doing? He hit that, bro. she hit that. Holy. Let him win. Stupid sweat. He's in this. Oh my god. Kid's so stupid. I'm trying to no scope, bro. Stop. Oh, it'll be. Wow. Just great. Yep. Okay. Makes sense. Boot. Let's search this kid up. I don't think he's that good. He did it, no scope. Oof. Very oof. He's just like such a nice player, isn't he? Holy shit. He's just like, bro, he should have let him win him. I think he should have let him win. The Maltia boot. I don't remember his name, I know his name. As you can see, not me, just saying that. Oh my god, it's so stupid, I can't spell shit. You can't find this kid's mate. Oh my god, I spelled it wrong. What? Let's set this kid's name up. Well then, this kid has 764 wins. Let's see this kid's Twitch. Let's see if he's live. It'll be really funny if he is. What? This isn't stream, bro. I should stop streaming, no. Sweet's still on, we'll play it, boys. Oh no! Teaser out yet? No, teaser's now. Let's see the World Cup, see how it's doing.
Winner in great fashion. You can see he's playing the crack shot house here where tons of chests spawn.
I'm also noticing over at the block, I saw another player there. I did not expect that, another body by the block, but he ended up disengaging out of there. And Clarity G off screen, Legend Dian as well. They're going to be some of the first to fall in game 4.
Here's a nice little fun fact. 46 of 68 points were scored in the online opens through Dub's placement strictly. So he definitely knows how to get to endgame. We already know him as one of the most mechanically gifted players, especially with this duo partner Mega, who, by the way, they're both qualifying. One of the only teams that are full qualified. And
sitting right next to one another as well, as you saw when Dubs picked up the win. His first person to congratulate him, his teammate Mega. Now, Rux. There you go. That's what I want out of Rux. At the start, Arkram. That is a big elimination. Shaking the head, shaking the head.
Feels bad, man.
Oh, and
when friends collide. Yeah. Ouch.
Yeah, that is a rough one. Then you got Nix and Niddle. Nix, a Brazilian player. He was clinical during the qualifiers. Always seeing him in the top 10. Each and every week that he played, everyone in the region, everyone in the Brazil region knows how good Nix is. There's one player right below him, and maybe Niddle is going to experience that for himself. Nix does have that life lead here. We'll have that shield advantage. Niddle a little weak on the HP side as well.
Listen, Nix is here to show why he's the first qualified solo and duo player from the Brazilian region. There's only a few players who have the title of being fully qualified or double qualified for the competition here. Nix is one of them.
He's hearing all that movement up above him. Niddle does have the high ground for the time being. He goes in for the challenge, and that's Nix doing it for the region, doing it for Brazil. More cowbell, please.
Nix versus Niddle. Nix comes out on top. He wiggles his finger at the camera and says, no, no, not today. Snobby Shores is his home here.
And the good news is he won't get eliminated right away after he does a little motion to the camera. Yeah, I love you, buddy.
You know, no instant karma for him.
No instant karma for him.
Taking a look at Moffin, one of our few players representing the Asian region here.
Japan as well, 15 years of age. Got a lot of great players from Japan that have joined us in New York City this weekend.
Tons of young competitors. We saw a great performance from Sinnoh and O-King yesterday, but Let Waikiki Twins, they've really been going at it here and in Paradise Palms.
The only players here, so the winner of this one's going to take it all. 7 builds for Letwick currently. HP, little dire. Twins also going to be in a rough spot too, and then won't get an opportunity to be able to pop that big potion there unless he goes for it. Okay, he's making it happen. He's going for the big potion pop, and he does get it. That's going to give him a slight advantage in this fight.
The difference was no hesitation here as Letwijk is going back in it, even with the health disadvantage here.
Oh, that shield's going to be gone out of that one, Monster. Let does go up above him, and no! Twins got caught looking, and that's Let, who will benefit with that Chug Jug.
I'll tell you this, so much confidence. Confidence is key when it comes down to these PvP battles. He just went all the way. He was committed, and he was, you know, hell-bent on getting the win there. But Ghost Issa, we haven't seen any Shifty Shafts action all weekend long. Good to see Ghost Issa here on the main stage, as he deserves as much love as anyone else. What's he gonna do? How's he gonna represent for himself and his fans?
It's a battle, cross-regional battle here between Moffin and Issa. Moffin from Japan, putting this region on the map, perhaps. Issa, well-known player in the space. He's been at this for quite a while. Off screen, you just saw King's name in the action feed against Teak. Another shot, actually. Issa getting third-partied. And sometimes when you're in these fights, you just don't expect when another player, they're gonna hear the gunfire. So they're gonna try and push the fight, maybe get an advantage out of it. And it's Mega! Mega marches on in and gets the better of Issa. Now it's gonna have to deal with Moffin. Does not have that floor quite yet. Moffin's holding it down. Does he get the hack through? Moffin goes in for the fight, but that's gonna be another one. Number 2 for the Mega Man.
We wanted some Shifty Shafts action, and we got it right there. They are just, unfortunately, in the warpath of Mega. He lands right outside of this area. Good on him to rotate through here and catch him off guard. Here's a nice little replay from
that was Teak. That was
King taking out Teak.
Yeah, the King elimination on Teak. Huge for him.
All right, Unknown Army. We touched up on him in his past earlier today. At one point, he was actually somewhat shunned out of the competitive discords for being too aggressive. Little did he know that was the perfect way to find himself here at the World Cup stage, because it was all about pushing players and getting eliminations.
I think we can control
Everyone
that.
has their opinion and strong opinions on.
This isn't glitched out fully straight. Still glitched. Yep, still glitched. Right, no, not Fortnite. Let's see. What? Oh. Yeah. What? Right, so look, what I'm going to show you is watch this. This is the guy that was spectating, right? Look, 700 wins. He's pretty good at the game, right? And then I'm just going to search for it with World Cup. World Cup Fortnite leaderboard Fortnite World Cup. Right, let's see this. I'm gonna cry, girl. Wait, what? That's not leaderboard, fam. There we go. There we go. So, I don't care about this shit. Come on, where the what? No. Is there no leaderboard now? Oh, come on. Oh, come on, I leaderboard. So, who's leading? What? Oh, come. Leaderboard. Yeah, is this it? No, it's not it. Let's finish this. I'm trying to get something up, but I don't think it's gonna work. World Cup team. Stadium goes 6 people. Is that like what time's that? I want to see the leaderboard. now.
Fly back. He's really far from the safe zone.
I just got to say, that was Crew's game to win. He managed to turn it around and get that right camera dominant angle back, and he could have had it at that moment, but Pika's prime positioning put him over the ramp. He lost sight of him, and he let his guard down, and he got punished for it.
And this is from Pika's perspective and how he got the better of Crew with the burst SMG. To tick, but each elimination is going to give a crucial point. These have been some low point games. If you watched the online qualifiers wondering, man, we're seeing players getting 60, 70, 80 points, even 100 in some instances. Those are the online qualifiers, a different format. These are the best players in the world going against one another. The gameplay is going to slow down just a little bit as they all fight for the positioning.
Yeah, this is definitely that time in the game when everyone kind of positions up and the heavy congestion begins, but King doesn't care about that because he's...
Who's this? This is Tifu. Let's see number 2. Nope. Tifu. There we go. 14K is watching. Oh. Videos. What? Ah, for God's sake, man. Don't know. I think we're gonna play the solo. I think TFU's got this win. 64 left. Oh, let's score. What? No. How do I? can I do? What? Enable what? CUP. What? What's CUP? What the hell is this?
Above edit opens it up.
What is this? Whoa. Excuse, what is this? Bro. Is this what Fortnite has come to, bruh? What? Don't even know anymore. This is unfair. What am I supposed to do? My character's black. No, look at the game. What the hell is this? Oh. My character. Fudge. No, I want to delete this. Thingy's coming on, Dad. Skip frames 25. What, Dad?
Tarp in, but now he becomes the target of the server because he's only building in wood here.
People can take note of the structures being used. That will give you an indication as to where they are currently. Players do build around two-box metal, perhaps. Metal, the strongest structure. In case you're wondering, maybe you're watching for the first time, wondering what's going on here. Your Game 3 winner, Dubs. 2 eliminations, still has that baller, but it is a very weak baller. I mean, look at that thing, it is cracked up.
Not only that, he doesn't have health either. He is very, very weak here. He has tons of materials, though. He just has to play for placement to continue to hold this lead that he has right now on the competition. King gets taken out by Mon Drone, fortunately, right there, and Bugga is still in the running here as he catches Flexi, and the kill feed is lighting up right now as players are dropping, and we're approaching placement points finally here. We're getting very close to it, Monster. Once we hit 25th place, everyone's going to start to earn some points. Right at the side of your screen, 3 points for everyone. Still alive, but Dubs, and we mentioned it, that baller was in dire straits. It was not going to be able to survive another rotation, and neither was he with the HP that he had currently. Then the rotations, everyone's starting to move here. They have some shadow bombs. They're going to use those and get to the other side, get to the safe area, build around and protect themselves, and hope that they can continue to gain more placements as we take a look at the overhead. That's right. He was holding his breath because he needed to get that top 25. He didn't break it through in time. Everyone left in the game has already gotten placement points here, but you want to play for the next threshold. You want to continue to stay in this game here, as that's exactly what Tifu's doing with the Shadow Bomb, hopping around the builds here, trying to keep a low profile. Bizzle still in the running. One of the innovators when it comes down to tarping and pushing out with effective and clean builds.
Just one of the greats of Fortnite altogether. On the side, I was looking at this fight between Ruxin and Riversand. Riversand went for high ground numerous times, and Tfue gets eliminated by Mongrel. And then Rux has high ground, as you see on your screen to the left. Then you have Bizzle, still very much in this one. Takamura with 4 eliminations and earning placement points as more players begin to fall. And we're coming down to the final moments, Monster.
That's right, we are. And we're going to jump into Takamura's POV here because he has 4 eliminations, and he doesn't plan on stopping. Neither does Magro, because Magro catches Benji Fishy as well. Taking a look here at Takamura, tarping out. He is going to fall down, and he's going to get shot a few times here. What's he going to do is he's going for the high ground. He sees an opportunity. It's his to take. Now jumping over with Magro's in the low ground. Drops another player right here. Is he going to be able to connect in full? Can he convert here? He does not.
So many players are landing in front of Mongrel here. Coming down to the wire. Top 9 remaining. 1 in front of Mongrel. Does he get the elim? He manages to just get away by the skin of his teeth. And now Mongrel gets up to the high ground. Maybe using this. If you keep jumping on the wall, you won't go out of the shadow state. He gets up top, but there's no one going to be there. There's a person all the way above him. Knocks the structure down. And the player does manage to catch himself and maintain the high ground positioning here. We have some great players still left in this game. But Mongrel with 4 eliminations is looking for number 5. And that was on Nate. We're now down to the final moments. Top 5 Monster.
He had to fully commit there. Those are the maps that he needed. He's still in the game here. He's going to go all the way for it, and that's a trade out with the 109 to the face here.
Huge elimination on Takamura. We're into a 1v1v1v1. Top 4 players now. Mongrel in the ultimate low ground. Going up against a player. It's going to be Boga. The game 1 winner will not be enough against Mongrel, who does get picked quite a bit. He loses a lot of HP. No more builds, but the victory royale goes to the veteran Som, who manages to pick up a massive win.
Using the shockwaves in the final moments to snatch the high ground, Som claims a victory, but it's Mongrel who had a ton of eliminations and really was the ruining factor for so many of our top 10 competitors in that round right there.
Mongrel was running roughshod in the ultimate low ground, but it's Som, the vet. He has performed in so many competitions at a high level, and it's no surprise here. When Som gets that high ground, everyone needs to look out. He's so good at that. Mongrel had no builds left. He had no HP to work with. He did the job he needed to do. Top 2. He got 2nd place and a bunch of eliminations. And Shockwave's late game again.
Sorry,
Monster. Such a great piece of equipment that you can use.
Love that right there. Stands up, flexes, hits us with the let's go. He's feeling good. And that's a huge accomplishment to take a victory. And just you only have so many opportunities to win a game here. Just to do that alone, it's magnificent.
Yeah, it really, magnificent is the best word that I could think of at those final moments. Games 3 and 4 certainly did not disappoint. Oh, that was a wild, wild game. Here are the standings, though. Boga still holding on to 1st place. Look how far ahead he is. 8 points currently. But Som now jumps in to 2nd place. Nate in 3rd. Riversand, who's managed to put together some great games, is in 4th. Rux as well. Epic Whale in 6th. Skite and Dubs get knocked down to 7th and 8th. And King, who has been very aggressive, is in 9th. And then Peter Pan from South Korea in 10th place.
Doing so good. The last player we saw in 11th place, Epic Whale, shot himself up to that front page, guys. So don't count out Andretta, Benji, Savage, or anyone else here in the top 20 because they have what it takes. Look at how close the point threshold is.
Yeah.
Everyone is in the running for top 10 right here, and that's life-changing prize on the line here. The stakes are so high.
Yeah, the gap is so small, and these players have the capability of being able to get into the top 10. 2 more games remain. I wonder who's going to take it all, but let's go down to the stage. We got Jordan standing by with our Game 4 winner, Som.
And a huge Game 4 win for Som. Now sitting at 2nd place in the standings, feeling really, really good right now. We're just talking about that high ground take. You said, I didn't think that it was going to work, but real domination right there at the end. What was your thought process going up against such a stacked final 10 people? I mean, some of the players that were there are all capable of clutching this up.
After I got the high ground, I was just focused on playing safe, make sure I don't lose the high ground, make sure, no one influences up to take my high ground. And then, you know, I let everyone on the ground do their thing, and then I clean up.
And the cleanup was real. Back to you, Golden Boy and Monster D-Face.
Always a pleasure to hear from Psalm, a veteran in competitive Fortnite and doing it once again. No shocker there. You take the risk, you make the bold play, and sometimes it pays off. And in that instance, it definitely did. He's coming out quite pretty from there. I believe was in second place, currently in the standings. That was a nutty game, man.
He's been in top 10 this whole time. Since the competition has begun, he's been chipping away at placement. And that last one was a huge victory for him. And that is exactly what he wanted and needed here to keep him relevant.
Yeah, so many great moments in that game. And while we had the best seat in the house, there were some moments that maybe we didn't catch. And the good news is we got one of the best VOD reviewers in the game. Ball is standing by to break it all down.
Thank you so much, GB. Yes, we have 2 games remaining, and it looks like Psalm and Booga repeating that first game success early on. They're going to move forward at the top of the leaderboard, but for now, we're going to take a look at some of Rux's performances and some of his shots that push him up to 5th. So while we roll these clips, Rux, in the end game, first, he set himself up brilliantly in the early game against Arkram. We've talked about Arkram a number of times. This duel has been going on every single game here. Rux takes the better of Arkram and gets the loadout that he needs to push on forward here with the infantry rifle and the combat shotgun and heals to boot. Only 1 mat remaining through this entire time. Doesn't quite get those mats after finding the elimination onto Core Gaming, so he's working through old structures here, other players' structures. And that's when you start going sneaky beaky mode. He stays crouched, make sure that no sound is coming through for that elimination onto Slaya. He had high ground at this position. A nice shot there onto Light. Unbelievable flick shot with the combat shotgun. And then this is when I believe it was somebody else took high ground here. Beautiful retake. It's Stompy. Rux brings himself up into 5th place with that. We'll see if he continues to climb. But for now, we've got 2 more games to go. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thank you so much for breaking that down, Bala. Rux, who has been time and time again showing up in the top 10. We always see his name, whether it be solos or even in duos, along with his teammate Pika. They always have great events. So no shocker there. But this is, what a wild ride, right? We've been on 10 weeks.
He's 9. Jeez. They haven't left, so. Oh, well, they have on the stream, but. Can't help the notifications. I'm gonna call now. what I hate about PC. It's so hard. Sweat. Don't really know what I'm supposed to do against them when I'm lagging. I want to add a sub count, but I don't know how to do that. What? Welcome to the Grand It's too sweaty, pubs.
입니다. 나이는 그리고 14살입니다.
Oh.
He's disciplined.
Hood-J drops down.
He's focused.
That was an ambitious play.
He wants to push it.
What a charge through the box in there.
That's what he needs to do to become the best.
여기 간 다음에 제일 중요한 거는 이걸 타고 여기부터 먹어. 요 지금 이쪽에 그 상자.
I'm Juno.
이거부터 먹고.
I'm the coach for T1's Fortnite division.
페이탈은 여기 안 밀어. 여기는 거의 완전.
I first met Hood-J when he was a free agent.
제일 베스트가 아이스크림 먹고 아이스크림 안
He's
다음에.
the youngest player in our team.
저는 포트나이트 선수로서 일선에 있는 아파트에서 팀원들과 함께 구단에서 생활하고 있습니다.
야, 웃으면서 해.
놀거리가 가장 많고 저희 팀원은 가족 같고
사람이 날 보고 이게 무서워.
가족보다 뭔가 좀 더 끈끈하고 좀 더 위인 그런 팀인 것 같습니다.
좀 무서워.
The team really looks at Hood-J as the little brother that everybody wants to take care of.
저는 일어나자마자 바로 옆방에 있는 연습실에서 포트나이트를 할 수 있다는 거에 대해서
His tempo is quite a bit faster than a lot of the other players.
Hood-J runs on forward.
아무래도 건설이라든지 편집이라든지 그런 부분이 좀 재미있어서이기도 하고 제 목표를 달성할 수 있기 때문입니다. 저는 포트나이트 게임을 시작할 때 이기자라는 목적으로 많이 시작합니다.
Tags him and brings him down for the victory royale.
He wants to always be creative, always change up his playstyle and steal the tempo from his opponents.
여보세요, 엄마. 잘 지내시죠? 요즘 어떻게 지내세요? 네, 걱정 안 하셔도 돼요. 제가 끝나면은 진짜 자랑스럽게 해드릴게요. 꼭 몸 관리 잘하시고 어디가 끝나면 바로 갈게요, 집으로. 네. 세계 최고 플레이어가 되고 싶은 이유는 아무래도 부모님인 것 같습니다. 가끔씩 부모님이라는 생각이 가끔씩 들어서 그게 동기부여가 되지 않나 싶습니다.
Hood-J hasn't realized how talented he is just yet.
I am just so impressed with what I'm seeing here from Hood-J.
He has that potential to become the greatest of all time.
juice I've ever seen, Mr. Savage M.
I don't miss my shot. I don't miss my shots.
He's the player there. Runs out in the storm. Jump. Finds him. Yeah!
Qualifying for the World Cup was a major step for me to actually help out my family.
I'm so happy we made it. This is literally like a dream.
I was freaking out. It was awesome.
Ooh, Sando messaged me. He said, hey, congrats on qualifying.
Pressure's on here. He's got to get on that point, Lupo. Here it is. He's got the PX. Down is why he's a World Cup qualifier. This is it right here. The 1v1. Who is the other player? Oh my God! He hit it! Freaking legend! Are you kidding me? What a win! Victory Royale! GG!
Ladies and gentlemen, huge shout out to Mike Realm spinning over there, guys. Give it up for him. And now we are one step closer to crowning our first Fortnite World Champions in solos. History is about to be made here, folks. And now I want to ask everyone here in the arena, are you ready? Let's do it one more time. I'm going to ask you again. Are you ready? Let's send it over to your casters for the last two games, Courage and Dr. Lupo.
Over a year ago, the Fortnite World Cup was announced, and here today it culminates in the final two games of the solos competition. $30 million in prize money this weekend, and in two games, Dr. Lupo, we will crown another Fortnite World Champion.
We've seen a ridiculous number of plays from everybody on the field. Yep. Even moments like King going out, literally the first eliminated one game immediately after, just slaying out in the lobby. We love to see gameplay like that. Very aggressive from a number of players that honestly a lot of us didn't even expect to show up on the board. You have to remember though, every single player that has qualified for the solo finals here at the Fortnite World Cup in New York City is at the top of their game. 40 million people played through. This is what's left, the best of the best of the best.
We know the storylines continue throughout this lobby of the 100 best players in the world. We have two games left. Our standings, well, they're very close, and Sundown's going to update us on where they lock up.
Thank you so much, Lupo and Courage, with only 2 matches left to decide who is the world champion solo player, who is the best of the best of the best. We're going to take a look at what the standings currently look like and what needs to happen. So the first thing you're going to see right away is the runaway train Bugha up top. 1 victory royale, leading the pack with 15 eliminations at 37 points, 8 points clear. But we talked about it a little bit yesterday and a lot during the qualifiers. What is a reasonable game to expect? We've seen a lot of the victory royales today actually coming from more passive players. They've been getting around 11 to 12 points apiece. We've been seeing high volume eliminations happening in the early and the mid game. But right now, looking at this board, Peter Pan sitting in 10th place right now is just off of the mark. He's 16 or 18 points off. With a reasonable game, he could challenge towards that. Let's take a look at the second page, because then from 10th to 20th, it is a 4-point difference. Mongrel, with a fantastic performance in the last game, pushes himself into contention, and this top 20 is the line where you will see an increase in that prize bonus. You want to be at minimum on this page when all is said and done. 2 matches are left. We have already seen world champions crowned in creative and duo. Who will be the ultimate victory royale and who will take home the title? We're gonna throw it back inside and see the final 2 matches. Lupo, Courage, let's take it home.
Thank you, Sundown. The standings so close, all for the coveted trophy that you see on your screen, the title of Fortnite World Champion. 15 million just for this solos competition, 3 million for first. With 2 more games left, who do you think comes out on top?
I would love to see the 13-year-old from the South America, King, show up big. I mean, he's put on a fantastic show thus far. You have to remember, just one slip up, one bad game, that's not enough to take you out of the lead. He very easily, a solid high elim game, a top placement, doesn't even have to be a victory royale at this point. With how well he's played, he could make his way to the top with ease.
Can anyone catch Booga at the top of our leaderboards? The lobby is ready. Ladies and gentlemen, the battle bus launches in 2, 1. Game 5 underway of the Fortnite World Cup Finals Solos competition. Can they catch Booga? His lead remains from the incredible Shockwave plays earlier. All 100 players in the biggest day of their entire lives fighting for their big share of the, well, $3 million first place spot, $15 million in total.
From last game, saw him a last-minute clutch there. Took home a victory royale. We're going to watch his drop in here as well as everybody else near the top of this board. As we go into these later matches, folks, keep in mind we're going to try and keep an eye on those that are closest to contention for that world champion position. Very, very important to know that. Go to the board there. You see 4 of the 5 llamas in the very south edge of the map, starting at Salty all the way down to the east of Happy Hamlet. One more all the way to the top middle. Those getting picked up early are very, very important. A baller for Psalm already at the beginning of the game. It's like he may have been the only one to drop up here. And are you kidding me? A Jug, a proxy grenade launcher.
There's no way. He's so lucky.
Looks like sure. He's only averaging 1 limb per match. You see, but he's in 2nd place. So the values so key for placement. Has placed in the top 18 of every match. So we played 4 games. That means he's gotten placement points in every single match so far, Dr. Lupo. It's a big reason why he finds himself in 2nd place. To be that consistent in this lobby.
How long do you think I've been streaming for? Let me check. Oh, we've got 1 person in. Been streaming for an hour, 30 minutes. Okay. I think that will probably be the end of the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I know it was like not many games and it was basically World Cup and stuff. But tomorrow is going to be a stream and I'm probably going to go with my friends to stream. So hope you guys enjoyed this stream. If you want to see more streams or videos, just let me know. My Instagram is tagget101. Yeah, tagget101, which I'm probably going to change to, like, I don't know, I'm probably going to change it. And I'll